Look at police dash cam as the first officer arrives at a Canton home early that snowy morning.
When I arrived, I saw Miss Reed looked like she was giving CPR to him, and she had blood on her face.
Officer Stephen Seraph says he saw a man face up in the snow, later identified as John O'Keefe. Karen Reed and two other women were huddled over him. Seconds later, dash cam video shows jurors a frantic Reed running back and forth in front of the police cruiser.
Miss Reed was visibly upset. She kept saying, this is all my fault, this is my fault, I did this, and she was very hysterical.
Picture a freezing winter night in a small Massachusetts town. Snow blankets the ground, muffling every sound. A police officer lies lifeless in a front yard, his blood staining the snow. His girlfriend stands accused of running him down in a fit of rage. But what if she's telling the truth? What if the real killer is being protected by a badge? This is the story of John O'Keefe's death, and a mystery that's tearing a community apart. Stay with us. You won't believe what's coming. Karen Reed and John O'Keefe seemed like an ordinary couple. She was a sharp, driven financial analyst. He was a respected Boston police officer, raising his niece and nephew after his sister's death. They'd been dating for 2 years, but friends said their relationship had cracks, arguments, tension, and doubts about the future. On January 28, 2022, they were out drinking in Canton, Massachusetts, hopping between bars with friends. After midnight, they headed to an after-party at 34 Fairview Road, the home of fellow officer Brian Albert. What happened next would spark a national firestorm. Snow falling heavily. The prosecution says Karen, drunk and angry after a fight, reversed her SUV into John, leaving him to die in the snow. The defense? They claim John was attacked inside the house, and Karen was framed to protect corrupt cops. Two stories, one truth. Just before dawn on January 29, 2022, Karen and friends Jennifer McCabe and Carrie Roberts found John O'Keefe's body outside Brian Albert's home. He was face up, bruised, bloodied, one shoe missing. He's not breathing. Karen screamed in the 911 call. His face was swollen, lips split, one eye bruised shut. Prosecutors pointed to Karen's SUV, cracked taillight, blood traces, and John's DNA as proof she hit him. Trooper Joe Paul testified the vehicle's data showed it reversed at 24.2 miles per hour, consistent with John's injuries. They painted Karen as a jealous girlfriend who snapped. But the defense argued John's injuries, head trauma, scratches, no bruising, suggested blunt force, not a car crash. They claimed he was beaten inside the house, possibly during a drunken fight, and his body was dumped outside. Then there was Jennifer McCabe's Google search at 2:27 a.m. How long to die in cold? Hours before John was found. Was it panic, or did someone know he was already dying? The investigation zeroed in on Karen almost immediately. Her SUV had a shattered taillight, and she reportedly said, "I hit him, didn't I?" at the scene. But the defense called it a panicked question, not a confession. They pointed to missing Ring camera footage that could have shown Karen's movements and the lack of a blood trail from the house to the snowbank. Worse, lead investigator Trooper Michael Proctor was caught sending vulgar texts mocking Karen, calling her a babe with no ass. The defense argued this showed bias, claiming Proctor rushed to pin the crime on Karen to protect partygoers, many of whom were cops. No one at the party admitted seeing John enter the house. No one heard a crash. The defense suggested a cover-up. John was attacked inside, possibly by off-duty officers, and his body was moved to frame Karen, the outsider. Karen's 2024 trial was a media circus. The prosecution leaned on forensic evidence, the taillight, vehicle data, and Karen's alleged volatility. The defense countered with expert testimony that John's injuries didn't match a car impact. They hammered Proctor's bias and the missing footage, suggesting a conspiracy to protect Brian Albert and others. The jury couldn't decide. In July 2024, a mistrial was declared. Karen walked free on bail, but the case exploded online. #FreeKarenReed trended as supporters claimed she was framed. Others called her a manipulative killer. Protesters swarmed the courthouse, and podcasters dissected every detail. The retrial began in April 2025, with both sides doubling down. New forensic experts clashed, and the defense pushed their conspiracy theory harder, naming potential suspects inside the house. John O'Keefe's family grieved silently, frustrated by the spectacle. "This isn't the Karen Reed show," his mother said. "It's about John, a good man gone too soon." They wanted justice, not theories. Meanwhile, Canton split apart. Some saw Karen as a scapegoat, targeted by a corrupt system. Others believed she was guilty, her car and words damning. The case exposed flaws in the investigation, missing evidence, biased texts, and untested witnesses. As the retrial unfolds, threats against witnesses and court staff have escalated. Trust in the justice system hangs by a thread. John O'Keefe deserved a future. Instead, his death sparked a mystery that questions everything: trust, justice, truth. Was Karen Reed a killer or a scapegoat in a police cover-up? Tell us what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe for more true crime stories that dig deep.